What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Nightly Live, 9:30. Sooner Surge here. Appreciate everyone that's on here. Our faithful following, the Surgeaholics, even the Texas fans who are in the chat that have been joining us lately. Let's get right into it, Jay. BB said today Anthony had another procedure on his knee. Burks is a we'll see, and Farouk's supposed to get his boot off this week. Hopefully, Burks will see the field soon. Look, I know some people would say, yeah, BV seemed a little more honest today. Look,
Jerm,
until they play, I'm not going to say anything about it.
Anthony, Burks, Farouk, I would be shocked if any of them play on Saturday.
Agreed.
And for sure, Anthony and Farouk aren't playing. The only one you have as a chance is Burks. And I just don't think Burks is going to play. That's just me saying, like, as my opinion, based on the injuries this year and how they kind of come across, like, if you go back and look, the guys that have come back, haven't they pretty much said he's back?
Yeah.
So if they leave it open with a we'll see, I don't think they've ever come back that week, have they? Now, I may be wrong.
Is Deshaun McCullough playing this week, Jay?
Questioning is here now. And McCullough's back this week, yes. McCullough put on his Twitter page. He's back. Even Kobe tonight says it's great to have him back. He's back. I think Tatum will play, don't you?
It was concussion protocol. He should be back. It's been 3 weeks.
I would think so, Jerm.
And I'm so tired of people saying, well, the Twitter and the players said it. I don't give a rip. Doesn't mean anything. Everett said something 2 weeks ago, too. How much he played? How many downs? How many snaps did Everett play, Jay?
He hasn't played, Jeremy. He hasn't played.
I thought he was playing, Jay.
I don't know. I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know. Jeez.
KJ goaded. Bad take. Bad take. You know why? Sammy Osamigo has been unbelievable.
Yeah, I do agree with Kajagoda with one thing. I do think they're going to rotate guys. They've done it every game. Ford played last game.
Sammy's got to be the guy.
Ford played some last game or the game before, so they will rotate guys for sure.
Hunter, it doesn't matter why he's played or not. Everyone said he was going to play. He implied he was playing. He's not seen the field.
Yeah, Ford has too. You're right. That's what I said. Hey,
Ford, I agree.
More important to have back, Tatum or Burks?
Burks is more important, Jay.
I think they're both important, but I do think Burks at receiver is more important. I would agree with you.
Hey, questioning. Thanks for the comment. Don't be jealous, okay?
Is that a new hat tonight?
No, it's my flop hat.
No, it's a different one, isn't it?
And I think we may go ahead.
Now, hey, it looks like it's one side is like a cowboy hat.
It's buttoned up, man.
Oh, it was buttoned up. That's what it was. Okay, I got you. And I agree you need to run, but will they be able to run? That's the question. Whoa, look at Damon in Cancun.
Did you hear BV? Did you hear BV? According to BV, they'll see how the next 2 days goes, but I don't know.
Hey, let me ask you this. If you heard Brent Venables today, he did say they have a package for Jacoby Johnson. Is this the week we see Jacoby Johnson at wide receiver?
According to BV, it is, Jay. And they better have 2 or 3 different packages than they've shown this year.
Hey, Rhino brings up a good point. That a lot of people talk about Devon Mitchell. I know, Jeremy, you've been very wanting him to play so bad. Rhino agrees. And he's right about Deshaun. Go back and watch last year's game. I just did this week earlier. Deshaun played an outstanding game last year against Texas. Outstanding.
Yeah, I agree. And, hey, I want Devon Mitchell in for a couple plays. Okay? Sooner fan, a package for a wide receiver.
Hey, real quick.
Okay, weird. How's that weird?
No, let me explain. I think what it is maybe they haven't, I don't know. This is just me talking. Maybe they haven't done the whole offense with him, but they got a few packages that they worked on. That's the only thing I can understand by it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he means. I'm not the head coach of the team. I think it means that he's going to play some in a few different schemes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be necessarily on a jet sweep type thing. I think it's going to be going down the field. But yes, the O-line should be intact from last week, and it's the same group of 5.
Correct.
I agree. It's called the throw him the ball package.
Mez says Deshaun will play wheelbacker according to Kobe. He plays right next to me. They got so many rotations at that linebacker spot and at Cheetah and that defensive line. They're going to play a lot of guys. I don't think anybody knows what they're going to throw out there on Saturday. I really don't. They're going to play a lot. I mean, who would have thought against Tennessee, Stutzman would see his least amount of snaps? I mean, they game plan really well. And this is the first game all year they've had 2 weeks to game plan for. I would be shocked if the defense doesn't look good on Saturday. They're going to have some great stuff out there, I bet.
I'll change what you said. I would be shocked if the defense doesn't look great early. Now, what Sark does and the adjustments, I think OU early is going to look really good unless Texas comes out with stuff they haven't shown all year. I mean, that's a possibility.
Are you worried at all about Texas's running game at all? Like, is that a worry?
It's actually not for me.
Because OU's done well against the run this year, and they haven't ran the ball that great.
OU's been really good against the run outside of Auburn, where they got a few. Had some gaps. Had some holes, gaping holes a couple of times.
Vic says, got to win time of possession. Agree or disagree?
100% agree, Jay.
Hey, missed you. Charisse, we've missed you lately. Thanks for joining tonight. It is 9:38 and Texas still sucks, so that's awesome. Yeah. Thanks for joining, though. Appreciate it. Make sure you stay on this week. It's going to be some good chatter this week. Should be a good week.
If OU doesn't have any turnovers, OU's got to score 27 to win. That's my number, Sooner fan. OU has to score 27 to win somehow, some way.
We're going to test the edges. And I think Texas will try to test OU on the outside, but OU's a very fast defense. Just like Texas is fast, OU is very fast. And right here, Zayas is right. We saw
it 2 years ago. Guys, we saw it 2 years ago when Xavier Worthy took a wide receiver screen about 75 yards to open up the series of that. I mean, it was a missed tackle. Yeah. You got to have the right angles. You got to make the right plays. You got to make the right tackles. You got to wrap up. You got to gang tackle.
Evan, we do not want that. It would be a shutout. OU would lose pretty badly.
You know what my first play would be?
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
No.
It'd be probably a jet sweep.
Here was what my first play would be. Wide receiver, tight end screen to Devon Mitchell. Okay.
Mitchell won't even be in, Jim. Come on now. Hey, Denny, appreciate the kind words. Appreciate it. It's people like you that keep this show going. People commenting. Appreciate it. Jet sweep. If we can run the ball, we win. Simple as that. Sooner Josh says. Jeremy, that was one of your, as far as what matters most in this game, the running game, was it not?
That's because every year the running game is kind of the determining and deciding factor.
Hey, Hunter, drop the rushing yards in last year's game. I know Dylan gave a total rushing yards.
You ran for like 190 or 200.
But Texas had a running back that ran for about $120. But OU had him because I think Dylan Gabriel had like 120 yards rushing himself. Hey, let me ask you this. Hook'em, I understand this, but how many points did Texas's offense score last year? Do you remember? Do you, Jerm?
Last year they scored 30-something.
No, 23 points.
Oh, was their kick return?
No, it was a block punt.
That's right, block punt.
So they scored 23 last year. I think if OU's D holds them to 23 again this year, very good chance OU wins the game.
I would agree with that, Jay.
But can OU score 23 points, though? I mean, we'll see. We'll find out. Could Michael Hawkins, could this offense, I've seen people on Twitter saying, hey, I think that we finally see Seth Luttrell's offense this week. Oh, he's not going to be running Jeff Lebby's offenses anymore. He's going to be running Seth Luttrell's. Well, I would hope so by game 6 that maybe you see Seth Luttrell's offense. I think we've already seen it, have we not? I mean, it's game 6.
Frightening Truth, I'm going to say that every time. I know it's Frightening Truth. Says he thinks Tech's going to hang back and see if OU can run. If that's the case, I think OU will be able to run. I think OU will be able to run if Tech's going to hang back. They can utilize Hawkins' legs, two running back set. The line should be better than it's been because there's more continuity. Notice I said should be. It doesn't guarantee. What's up, Dakota?
Hey, and wait real quick. There's the rushing charts from last year. OU won the rushing battle. Hook them. I'm not saying it's last year, but what I'm saying is the same people that was pretty much talking the same stuff last year are the same ones talking the same stuff this year. It doesn't matter. You're right. I agree. It doesn't matter. The show isn't complete without my question being answered. Okie Long Guy, we're live. We're always live, bro. Well, not always, but there you go.
Dylan Gabriel was the leading rusher, and they weren't spying him. They're going to spy Michael Hawkins, and we'll see if that happens, if that's good for them or not. I think you'll see a lot more blitzing. But I am going to say this, Tyler. This is a fact. Mike Hawkins has been really good against the blitz this year. Tennessee game, he was really good against the blitz. Auburn game, he was really good against the blitz because if you blitz him and there's a gap, he's going to take off and hurt, make it hurt. So for one, I hope Texas brings some blitzes. I think that actually plays into Michael Hawkins' favor.
I want to see what the offense. I've been waiting 6 weeks to see what they can do. I did see. Now, I am not sold on the OU offense is there now because of the completion of Hester. The ones that say that, the one down the field that now think they're going to be throwing the ball all down the field, I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to say they're there yet. They could be after 2 weeks of practice. Maybe they've gotten things a little bit better. I'm just can't say it yet. I haven't seen it enough. We'll find out.
Caden Newey. This is true. It seems like someone makes a name for themselves in this game. Who do you got, Jay? Who is a guy that can make a name? I've got one I think is an obvious one for OU fans. It's Taylor Tatum.
I don't know if that's obvious. You don't know if he's playing yet.
But if he does, I think he is a guy who can make a name for himself.
You know who I would love it to be?
Jacoby and Tatum, as Uzziah says.
Colin Simmons. You know who I would love it to be? Brennan Thompson stretching the field a couple times deep. Going back to Texas.
Team, absolutely would love that.
That would be a great storyline. Elmer Piggy says, in my opinion, this is what's going to happen. OU will play good on both sides of the ball. Oklahoma's going to be different. Look at that positivity from Elmer Piggy.
Okay, just a second, Charisse. Hey, first off,
who said he's Heisman?
Hey, wait.
First off, Arch Manning's not playing. Why is he even listed there?
Yeah. No, first off, no one ever said Michael Hawkins and Heisman in the same sentence, Charisse. Second of all, you absolutely think, do you honestly think Archie Manning is a Heisman caliber quarterback right now? Bad take.
No, if he played a lot, he would be, yeah.
You don't play two guys, Jay.
No, but I think what she's saying is if he's that talented, he's just not playing.
Well, Hawkins is talented.
I know. And Arch Manning's not playing in this game unless Ewers gets injured or plays awful. So that's a fact.
What are you laughing at, Frightening Truth? I mean, it's absurd to me, some of the takes.
What if your freshman quarterback struggles? OU loses.
I hate what-if questions. Hey, what if he struggles and OU loses? Hey, what if Ewers throws for 3 picks? What if Ewers throws 3 picks? I'd go on and on. Hey, what if I'm out of milk tonight? Guess what? I don't eat cereal.
Yeah, if Hawkins struggles, there's a good chance OU doesn't win the game. I mean, that's
I hate what-if questions.
It's pretty obvious.
Jeez. What if I sleep in tomorrow and don't get up in time for work? I'm late.
What if I slam the desk? Well, the desk will still be here, and I may hurt my hand. I mean, that's a fact. Cause and effect, dude. Cause and effect.
Ron Wright, he threw 2 last year, had a fumble, and this is my point. Frightening Truth says if yours throws 3 picks, we can still win. Well, I guess I can say the same thing. If Hawkins struggles, OU can still win. Like, come on. It's ridiculous to talk about. I mean, it's absurd. So this was brought up on a Texas podcast, Jay, and wanted to see what y'all thought. Jackson Arnold burned his red shirt last year. So it doubtfully would play again this year and burn the chance at redshirting.
Tyler, here's what I'll say with that. I don't think he's playing again at OU this year, unless there were injuries. I just don't.
Okay, I do, Jay, but
I don't.
I don't know why we're talking about it. I've seen so many guys opt out in the last 2 days from other programs. It's an embarrassment of college football. And hey, Charisse, it's only the truth to you. So it's actually subjective truth. Okay? You can talk about subjective truth all you want. It's still subjective. Hey! You literally gave the lead or ball away 3 times and had the lead. Guess what? And still lost.
Hey, you know what?
Why would you talk about that? Why? Hey, wait. Yeah, listen, we're down here on the field. The game's over. Here's the big news. Texas, here's the key. Texas had the lead with the minute 30. They turned it over 3 times, but they had the lead with the minute 30.
Hey, Coach.
1:30, they had the lead.
Hey, Coach, how's it feel to lose the game? You had the lead with the minute 30, though. How's it feel?
Well, we had the lead with the minute and 30. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
That's what matters in the end. We had the lead with the minute 30.
I don't care who had the lead during the game. Whoever won the game is all that matters. And I don't know who's going to – I honestly don't know as an OU fan who's going to come into the game if Hawkins were to get injured. I don't know if it'll be Arnold. I don't know if it'll be Casey Thompson. I don't know. And I don't – at this point, I don't know. I just don't.
Hey, listen.
All I know is OU's got pretty good recruits since he's left.
Tex-Mex 325. I do think OU needs a quarterback whisperer. But Lincoln Riley's not getting it done where he's at right now either.
Hey, real quick, Tex-Mex and some of the Texas people in here. If you're arguing the fact that Sark is developing quarterbacks and OU's not, you're right. I mean, that's a fact. Sarkisian develops quarterbacks. Why do you think Arch Manning went to Texas? He wants to be developed by Steve Sarkisian. Just like, why do you think OU's doing so much better on defense the last few years? Because they're being developed under Brent Venables and Zach Alley, okay, and Todd Bates. So, and go on and on. So that's
the spread is not 14.
The spread is 8.5 at Vegas.
Hook 'em horns. Maybe you need to figure out where the spread actually is right.
There is a 14-point spread at different places. A lot of people.
The Vegas line is 8.5, I believe.
I think the Vegas line might still be 8.5. Hunter can look it up, but most other places do have 2-point touchdown underdog. Yeah, that's
everything but Vegas. So don't say Vegas.
Hey, here's the deal. And Clyde, I have seen this thrown around Twitter. Here's the thing. As much as I like Lincoln Riley as an OC, I don't think you could hire him back with the way he left. Never would happen.
It's not even that. His mentality wouldn't fit in the SEC. Ron says, we missed Lincoln Riley and that great defense he brought. Yep. It was.
How about Joel Klatt today just jumping off with the Alabama stuff? Did you see it?
I did not, Jay.
He said Alabama is what OU was under Lincoln Riley. Every game's going to be a shootout from here on out.
It could be, Jay.
He threw their defense under the bus, man.
Hey, I'll say this. Every time the point spread goes up, I feel better about OU. Hey, wait. Hunter, it has not gone up from 8.5 to 14.5.
No, most other sites, not Vegas, Jerm.
But you're telling me they started at 8.5 and went to 14.5? I thought they started at 14, Jay.
Jerm, I don't know. I don't follow the betting lines. I don't really care about it. I really don't.
6.5. I know that.
And Sooner Freak, I could really care less what on 3. I think you may be doing that sarcastically, but on 3 is, I just some of their ranking stuff. I'm not, and that's fine.
Every site, frightening. Every site except for the one that always gets it closer, which is Vegas.
And that's fine at 14 and a half. I would love to know the answer to this. When the game's been that big and they've covered. I think it's going to be close to the game than that. Now, all know I'm picking Texas right now, and that's fine. I just think it's going to be a closer game. I got Texas by 6. That's where my score is at right now. I have not changed.
Evan says, I feel like we need OU needs to get short passes to get them started early, develop some deep balls till they respect it, start pressing the pass, and hopefully start the run game. It all is going to depend on how they're going to choose to play OU. If they choose to put more guys in the box, OU's got to make them pay in the passing game. If they're going to hang back, got to make them pay in the running game. Hey, Sharice, again, I honestly don't know why. Hey, real quick, Jay, I think we need to make a call. Call it BV. I think you need to make a call and see if, are you sure they're wanting to load the bus? That's my question.
I think so.
I just don't know, Jay.
Not sure, Jerm. I would think they'd want to go down there and play this game, but maybe not. Maybe they don't feel like they have the team to go compete, Joe.
Hey,
was
Quinn Ewers in the top 10 last year? Quarterback? I think Quinn Ewers was a top 10 quarterback last year. Did they win? Okay. Didn't think so.
Hey, let me ask this. Let me ask you this, Jerm. Who was the better team last year, OU or Texas?
Texas was the better team last year.
Who made the playoff last year?
Texas made the playoff last year.
Who won the OU Texas game?
OU won the OU Texas game.
So throw it all out the window right now. Nobody knows. Okay. And I think it's interesting, the Ewer stuff. Let hold on for a second. BV is really good at dialing stuff up, and Quinn Ewers was 31 of 37 last year for about 350. The guy completed a lot of balls, was very efficient, and threw for a lot of yards. They lost because of turnovers. They had 3 turnovers. Ewers did 3 turnovers. The quarterback that I'm reading right here, OU doesn't have a top 10 quarterback. You know what? I can promise you this. Last week, when OU played Auburn, if OU would have turned it over a few times, they lose. They didn't turn it over. They won the game. Turnovers is the factor in this game, in my opinion.
It seems to be a lot, Jay. That's right. Vandy beat Bama. Anything's possible.
And maybe so, Hub. I've been a part of some forfeits. I don't think OU would do that for some reason. For some reason, I feel like they're going to show up. I think they're going to show up on the bus and walk into that stadium, I think. I don't think they're going to.
Mondelez International, man. I used to work for them. It says Texas by 8. Frightening truth. Hey, I don't care how they lost. They lost. Well, hey, guys. Hey, listen. Hey. Well, we had the lead with the minute 30. It was huge. It was huge to have we had the lead with the minute 30, and guess what? They didn't beat us. We lost because of busted coverage. So we feel really good about ourselves going in the next game. We had the lead late. We're close. We're close. We're really close. We busted coverage. It was nothing they did.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Davis Bevel, how you doing? Yeah, doing good, man. That first series, got a first down. Happy with it. 49-0. I don't care. Got a first down on the first drive. I'll be happy. We won it in spots. Let's just move on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree, Jay.
We could talk about every time a team's up during a game. It doesn't matter. It matters who wins the game. And guys, I think it's funny people sitting here. It's like coming at us and stuff. I'm picking Texas. I don't understand why. Like, I'm picking Texas by 6 right now. Change my mind. I might. Haven't yet. Texas by 6. And I hope you are here both ways.
Bring it either way.
Hey, you know what? We did a Tennessee live show, and all the Tennessee fans were on there bashing OU. We were there with everybody else. It doesn't bother me.
I'm not scared of it.
Nope.
Change your mind.
Not happening right now.
Anything else from the post-practice pressers or coaches show tonight, Jay?
Not a whole lot. I mean, this game you could talk about for 5 more days, and we will. It's going to be a hot day. I know that. 97 degrees. I think strength and conditioning is going to be a thing for all you people that want to sit on here and bash Jerry Schmidt for injuries. You may be praising Jerry Schmidt after this game if OU's more conditioned and win the game. So we'll see.
Where are you seeing 97 degrees, Jay?
On my app, on my phone. Dallas, Texas, it said 97 degrees for the high on Saturday. Am I wrong?
I haven't looked, Jay. It's not 97 degrees, they're saying.
Hunter, pull it up. I'm going to pull it up right now. I'll pull it.
Jay's going to pull it up. Weatherman Jay here. Jay, can we get do you know if the Royals won?
I told Hunter not to tell me, but now somebody will.
I kind of like to know.
I told Hunter not to say anything.
90 degrees, 92 degrees.
Well, I can't even find the app here, so let me see here. I was looking at
Texas had the lead, minute 30 left. OU had no timeouts and drove the length of the field. KC loses.
What?
I'm just kidding, Jay. They won.
Jeez, don't do that to me, bro. Let's go, 1-1. Let me see if I can find this.
Wait, Clyde, I need to check this out, Jay. Clyde said that Billy Bowman's interview sounds like Tatum's going to be the starter at tailback and Eli at cornerback. Hunter, did you hear that?
Okay, this says 90 now on weather.com. My AccuWeather said 97, so. Wow, Taylor Swift won. She's 5-0 this year.
Cade says 96.
See, I think it's going to be hot, guys. It's going to be hot.
Jay, it's just like the Oklahoma weather. This game you can't predict and the weather you can't predict.
True. Tatum starting. Where are people hearing this?
I don't know, Jay. It was in the post-practice pressers probably. But I don't think anyone came out and said someone's starting.
Yeah, Hunter says he didn't say that.
They will never be allowed to talk to the media again if that was the case.
Yeah. Hey, more
Jay,
guys.
What number was Bart Starr?
15.
Correct. Good job.
Am I right?
Correct.
Look at there, man. Look at there. Therese has Texas 38, Oklahoma 24. Half 100 by
I need to go watch Billy Bowman's interview. Hey, Clyde, the stage will not be too big for them is nothing that implies they're starting. It means they're going to play some.
Yeah.
Man,
over under.
People take things out of context.
Over under. Texas turnovers 2.
I'm going to say draw.
That's what I would say. Draw.
I'm going to say it's a push. It's 2.
Over under Oklahoma turnovers 2.
I'm going to say under.
1.
1 or less. Over under on yours finishing the game.
What, because of injury? Because of injury?
Yeah.
Because of his ribs, you think?
Well, did you hear Sarkisian?
Well, he said if they played today, he'd be going.
What he said was he practiced a few days last week, thinks he's good to go. Looks like he'll be good to go, but that doesn't, to me, say that he's just 100%. This is true. The fan stop is better. First off, the fan stop is better than anyone else out there, okay? Any other apparel place, the fan stop is better than them all, okay? But also the fan stop said OU's defense is better this year and deeper, and that's a fact. It's a better defense. It's a deeper defense. Now, I think you could argue that the offense for Texas is as good as last year too. So we'll see. Hey, the hat right there that Jay's showing, it's on the fanstop.com. If you ordered yours already, they've been shipped, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to get yours soon.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I want to get to this. You guys probably addressed it, but any word on Burke's status? Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. Venable said on the coach's show that We'll see over the next 2 days how he progresses. Basically, they're hopeful, optimistic, I guess, but I don't know, man. I really don't know if he'll play. I don't know, Jerm. I'm at a loss on that one.
I get the stats, and I don't have anything to throw. Throw it out the window, guys. Throw it out the window. Period. And Tyler, I understand it was a minor injury. I'm just basing on what Sarkisian's saying. It's like he's leaving it open. I thought it was really interesting what he said.
Here's my question. Hey, real quick.
You've been tested. Tennessee's receivers are better than Texas's receivers.
Hey, real quick, though.
You don't like that, but it's right.
Hey, real quick. The comment about minor injury, first off, why hadn't he been playing then? Like, why are they holding him till the OU game? I don't understand that. When you want him to get more reps, I know they want Arch to get reps too, but hey, I wouldn't call it a minor injury. I wouldn't call it a major injury. I would call it an injury. That's what I would call it.
I'm with you. And why are Texas fans, you talk about sunshine pumpers, people in here who think that Texas's wide receiver core is better than Tennessee's. That's bad. Squirrel White, Brew McCoy, Thornton.
Real quick. Tyler, so you're telling me after the OU game, they're going to sit him after the Georgia game? They're going to sit him in the games they don't need him? Is that what you're saying? Just sit him. Don't need him. Only play him in the big games, right?
Hey, Hunter, do you know what wide receiver core means? My goodness.
Yeah, Bond's the best of the group for sure. Greg says he would take Texas. That's a Sooner fan.
That's fine. I don't care. Brew McCoy and Thornton, drop Texas's receivers in here and their size.
I think Texas are more explosive. The receivers are more explosive.
Name them, Jay.
I don't follow Texas
You can't even name their names. They're not
Bond. That's all I need to know. Wingo and Bond, Jeremy. Wingo and Bond are better than Thornton and whoever else you said. Wingo and Bond are better.
Drop their size.
I think Golden's okay. I don't think Golden's. I think Bond and Wingo are better.
Brew McCoy is really good, Jay.
I know.
So is Thornton.
So is Wingo. So is Bond.
And what's funny is before that OU Tennessee game, everyone, even after the game, was talking about the elite receivers Tennessee had. They lose to Arkansas. Everyone thinks they're trash now.
Hey, and you know what? This is so interesting. And not the fact if OU were to make the playoff, but Ron brings up a great point. That could happen down the road any year that OU or Texas could play at the other team's home field. I haven't really thought about that, but you're right.
That would be very, man.
That'd be odd, wouldn't it?
That, to even think about that is so strange. But it is a possibility.
It is. Vic says he'll never take Texas to rivalry game.
Hunter, that's an awful take.
What? Hunter, that's
get on here right now and explain yourself.
No, why would if you're the home team, why would you agree to go play in a neutral site?
Guys, we're gonna pass on the home game, and we want there to be half a number of Texas fans. We want to split the audience. We want this to be even in the stadium. What?
Hey, you're right, fan stop. All week, he actually said it. I watched his press conference. I think Jeremiah talked about this earlier in the chat. I watched Sam Pittman early in the week, and he was talking about the way OU strategized on defense against Tennessee. And then you come out and see that Travis Williams taught that defense over the week, and they played it 60% of the snaps, and they shut Tennessee down. You're right.
That game should always be at the fair. Not when it's playoffs.
Jury's out. Jury's out.
I agree the jury's out.
I can tell you this, though. If Lincoln Riley's name was not Lincoln Riley, they'd be ready to fire him because Clay Helton had a better record through 32 games. Clay Helton, 23-9. Lincoln Riley, 22-10. Fact.
And they hated Clay Helton, Jay.
I know. But Brent Venables right now is in year 3. And I think last year not making the playoff with the schedule they had, that hurt because they should have been in the playoff after beating Texas. There was no reason for Oklahoma not to be in the playoff after beating Texas. None.
I have a question, Tyler. And Jay, I just want to hear Tyler. Jay, best receivers of all time. Just name 5 of them.
In NFL?
Yeah, just best receivers of all time.
I mean, I think Chris Carter. I think Randy Moss. I think Mike Orton was pretty good.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. Who am I missing?
Swan was really good. I mean, I'll wait. Give me a small receiver who's just been guys. Size matters. You have to have physicality. You've got to have some height. I'm not saying you can't be a good receiver as a smaller guy. There's been several good small receivers, but the best receivers are tall guys.
Steve Largent's a good name. Hey,
Matt's had this debate about OU receivers.
Hey, Matt's asking about cornerbacks. They play a lot. They're going to play a lot of guys, Matt. They don't really stick with 2. I think the first possession, the 2 that you're going to see out there is going to be Desmond Malone.
Tyreek Hill's an exception, yes.
Do you think it's going to be Woody and Dez? I think Dez will be. I think it'll be Dez and Kanai. Actually, I think I'm going to go Dez and Kanai. Is who they're going to roll out there.
Man, I'm not sure about Kanai.
I'm not saying that's what I want it to be. I'm saying what they're going to roll out there.
Ron says, and I didn't hear this today, Jay. Busy day. Colin Cowherd, Lincoln's biggest supporter, is calling for his job today.
Well, he thought he might go to Dallas, but Dallas won last night, so Mike McCarthy's off the hook for another week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is Worthy 5'11" or 6 foot?
No, he's 5'11".
Okay, and is he one of the greatest of all time?
He's a really good receiver, Jeremy.
He's a good receiver, yeah. Greatest of all time?
Definitely don't want to see the back of his jersey, Teague, for sure.
And here's what I'm going to say. And by the way, I don't know why the Texas fans are taking offense. Texas doesn't have 3 small guys. Texas has a 6'2" and a 6'3" guy. They're taller than I thought. So I don't understand the argument. I know I wouldn't want 3 5'11" guys at receiver because it takes away the jump ball throw.
Real quick.
I know from OU's experience.
Hey, yeah, I don't listen to Cal Turd either. Here's what I'll say. I don't want to get into this argument about receivers and everything, but I do know that Worthy was at Texas for a few years. He beat Oklahoma once. I know they've had great receiving and tight ends before, and they've lost. I know OU has had great players and should have won the game before, and they didn't. Okay? I just think we can talk about different units. This game is coming down to, in my opinion, you ready for it? You ready for a knowledgeable, I don't have sensei that I can wear, Jeremy, I don't have anything that I can put on as like a expertise
character
here. But here you go. You ready for it? Who's going to win this game on Saturday? Three things. 1, whoever has the least amount of turnovers probably wins this game. 2, whichever defensive backs on both sides or receiver or defensive back, when it's one-on-one coverage and you throw the ball up, who's going to make the play? The last one is this. This one, probably the most important stat of all. I mean, this I learned a long time ago listening to Eric Dickerson on the sideline. He's amazing. Amazing broadcaster. Amazing broadcaster. I put money on this, guys. Whoever
you ready? I'll say it at the same time with you.
Whoever scores the most points on Saturday is going to win. There you have
it. CeeDee Lamb is only 6'2". Only 6'2"? What? 6'2"'s not short. That's 5 inches taller than me. I'm not very tall.
I'm going to tell you what my score is right now. Hey, that's fine because you goaded. Here's my score. You ready for it, everybody? I'm going to go and drop my score in here on Tuesday. Wait, it's not Tuesday. It's Monday. Here we go. It's a Maniac Monday, but here's my score for Saturday. Texas is going to win 28-21. That's my score. Right now, that's my score.
Frightening truth. He was making taking a stab at
Eric. I was being sarcastic.
Hey, and by the way, Jay, I'm just curious. Don't get upset with me. You know it's Manic Monday.
What?
It's called Manic Monday.
The song is called Manic Monday.
That's what it means.
Just another Manic Monday. I'm not talking about the song. I'm talking about myself. I said Maniac Monday.
Never heard of Maniac Monday.
Well, because I just termed it right then, buddy. And Clyde says, flip that score and say it's for OU, and it's perfect. Here's the special and great thing about that score I picked. Is I can totally see OU winning 28-21. I'm not picking it, though. I'm picking Texas. Okay? And I invented it. That's right. I invented Maniac Monday, buddy. That's the difference between me and you. You like to do these you copy off other people, these little things. No, I just got my own Maniac Monday. So.
Evan says, make or break game for Latrell.
I would agree with this.
Got injuries. Now you've had many weeks with these guys. I understand if players mess up, but if it's play calling, I'm done with them.
Hey, let's get back to something on this.
Yeah.
Let's get back to something on this Latrell stuff. This is game 6. He's been running Levy's offense. I'm kind of getting, I don't know if the word's tired of hearing it, but it's game 6. Run your offense, Seth. Run it. At what point is he going to run his offense? And it makes you wonder, okay, is that why Joe John Finley was kept around to run Levy's offense? He's co-OC. Did they keep Joe John Finley to be the co-OC to run Levy's offense? Then why hire Seth Latrell? Hire Seth Latrell to run Seth Latrell's offense.
Hey, Jay, do you know the Homer Simpson meme?
Yeah.
Where he backs into the shrubs?
Yeah.
Joe John Finley.
What do you mean?
Where is he?
Clyde says, I think Seth Latrell is heavy, RPO heavy. I think he could run RPO with Hawkins for sure. I agree. And Aaron, this is my point. Thanks. I agree with you. All off season, yet they're going to run Levy's offense. I don't understand it. And guys, the truth of the matter is this. Starting Arnold for 4 games and running Levy's offense is the reason OU's not undefeated right now.
Correct.
With this defense, if they had any inkling of an offense in the first 5 games playing Tennessee, they would have won.
It's not Levy's offense, Jay.
What offense is it? It's not Seth Latrell's yet.
Ron Wood, this is 100% correct. And listen, we saw Arkansas do it, change their entire defensive setup in 1 week. Barry Switzer changed offense in a bye week. With technology, with how much these guys can spend doing film stuff because they don't go to classes with over and over. There's no excuse. OU better show up and have something different.
Hey, real quick. First off, don't get me wrong here. I'm saying what I'm hearing from a lot of people is that's been the issues. They've been running Levy's offense. I'm not saying I buy it. I agree with Soonerfring. I haven't seen much of an offense at all, Levy or Latrell. So I don't know what you call it. What did you call it earlier this year, Jerm?
What do I call what?
What did you call the offense earlier this year? What was that name you gave it? It wasn't the Levy. It wasn't Latrell. It was a mixture. Do you remember that?
It was the Latrevi.
Latrevi, that's it. He's been running the Latrevi offense. That's it.
It was the Latrevi with a capital L because it was loserish.
That's the Latrevi. That's it. That's it.
Jay, you remember when we were in school and people used to do this always to us? We used to think it stood for a name, our last name, you know?
Well, there you go. Hey, Champion Standard says, where is Joe John Finley? Good question. And here's the thing. I don't like I'm I don't ever see, maybe it's because the camera's not on him, but I don't see him on the sidelines doing a whole lot. Now, I don't want to just make judgments at him, but of course, I don't see
Jay,
a whole lot of coaches on the sideline except Todd Bates and Miguel Chavis that they usually show. So I don't know.
Jay, I invented a new word too. You said maniac. It's not. It's already actually a word. I actually invented a word. I took your invention of maniac and ramped it up a notch like I always do.
Cracker Mac put this one out there. Terrible offense.
Treble. Oh, that's good. Terrible. As Charles Barkley looked terrible.
Evan says, I can't click on that. There it is. What I just started thinking about is maybe Jackson wasn't acclimating to Latrell's offense, so he implemented more of Levy's offense. And since it's not his, he's not calling right plays. And that could be it too. But as the OC, you're the man in charge, and you got to take the reins of this horse and this team.
I think he's talking about Joe John Finley. He signals the plays in. Yeah, and that's
maybe so.
That's why he's the co-OC, I guess. Yeah, Latrell's is the air raid, but I think some of the biggest keys is if OU can get some yards and not go backwards on first and second down, you give Michael Hawkins 3rd and 5 or less where he can either use his legs to get 5 yards. It's a massive game changer.
You got to stay out of 3rd and long, period. Hey, Jackson. Real quick. This is the same thing, N-O with the capital N, just as the same people that say Kell's coming back. Kell's not coming back either.
Wait, Jay, first off, OU fans and Jackson, why would Lincoln Riley ever come back to be a coordinator?
No, he's not. Tyler, he's in the box.
John Blake's offense was bad. No identity. Horrible.
I don't understand the Lincoln Riley stuff. I mean, he's not coming back to OU. That guy will not ever step foot in Norman. He didn't even come back he wasn't going to come back for the Heisman presentations or anything. Statues,
after the game in Stillwater, he got in an SUV with his quarterback and said, "We out."
See ya. Did they lose again this week, Jerm?
Who do they play?
At home versus Penn State.
Man, I don't know, Jay. I think they do. Hey, I agree here with the fan stop. If Riley is ever a coordinator, he'll be in the NFL.
Agreed. Hey, by the way,
a really, really good one too.
Just like Cliff Kingsbury, Cliff Kingsbury leads the NFL in offense.
Yeah, I don't want Garrett Riley either. I thought he was going to be pretty good.
He's doing good things with Clemson. I don't want him.
He is now.
I don't want him.
Bevo says it's 10-20 and OU still sucks.
Well, and it's 10-20 and Texas still sucks too. So that is what it is.
Dude's gonna.
Hey, by the way,
okay.
Hey, whoa, real quick. The whole comment about the tunnel, I don't know who put it, but hey, real quick. You do know Mike Hawkins is, he's been to this game many a times. Okay, his dad's played in this game a few times. This isn't new to him. And by the way, I look pretty poised at Auburn from what I can see. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to turn the ball over. I'm just saying he ain't scared of jack squat. Okay?
Jay, yours might be with Danny.
Hmm?
Yeah, he's been around the program forever. Like, to me, you go watch what he did at Auburn he didn't play like Heisman level or anything. He managed the game. He had a couple of really, really good
That's
plays.
what they need him to do is manage the game and don't turn the ball over. Make plays.
There's something different about him. Something different about him, Jay.
I do think sometimes when your dad played and was in big moments and you grew up around the field and around that stuff, I think it makes a difference somewhat. I do. Hey, Anthony Hill's a great player, Bevo. I think he's a great player. And OU's going to have to, there's a few guys on defense I think OU's really going to have to contain. The edge guys, Colin Simmons for sure. And Anthony Hill is so fast side to side.
Hey,
and I think OU's going to have to probably have at least 2 or 3 plays over 20 yards to win this game. Would you agree?
Oh, you got to have some explosive plays, and there always is in this game. Trap house. I said this last night. I know Texas fans are going to disagree because they've already done it the last week. I don't care if everyone in the stadium disagrees. If you're the quarterback of the Texas Longhorns, and there's a guy named Manning on the sideline who's played really well, and his name's Manning, you wake up looking over your shoulder. So, and a turnover early, definitely he's going to be pressing a little. But Longhorn fans say that Sarkisian will not pull him.
Hey, here's the difference, though. I agree with the Longhorn fans that say he's the guy, and Sark say, and I agree. I've heard Sark say it. He's the guy. I agree with all that. That doesn't matter to the fans, though. The fans will be the ones hollering for him to get in there. And that makes a difference.
I'm not talking about the fans. I'm talking about Quinn Ewers.
No, but what I'm saying is this. Quinn Ewers, if he struggles early, there will be fans starting hollering for Arch.
I agree, but that's just fans. I'm talking about Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers looking over his shoulder is not good for Texas. That's what Trap House said. We're talking about Quinn Ewers looking over his shoulder. I'm not talking about the quarterback. I'm not talking about the coaches. Any of that, Jay. I'm talking about Quinn Ewers looking over his shoulder. And hey, Tyler, the fact of the matter is Jackson Arnold might have been looking over his shoulder too because he knew Hawkins was better.
No, that's not right. You're not wrong on that.
And it didn't work for OU, and it could not work for Texas too with Ewers.
Chief says either we find a way to win it at the end or the Horns find a way to lose it. That's pretty much the way it's been the last 10 years. This year will be no different.
If I'm always looking behind me and over my shoulder, I'm not able to look ahead of me, Jay. There are some morals for your life, okay? That is a Jeremy quote right now. If you're always looking behind you, you can't see what's in front of you. Stop living in the past. Stop wondering what if. Go do something with what's ahead of you.
Hey, Bevo, scenario. Wait. Real quick scenario for you. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I think you're wrong in this comment. If they get down 14-0 real quick off 2 interceptions, I promise you a lot of the fans will be saying, Arch. I promise you.
If Billy Bowman has a pick 6 early, Jay, there'll be one. Hey, you may
I'm not saying
nobody,
the staff will
I
be.
can tell you right now someone who is, Jay. I promise you. If he throws a pick 6 early, you know who's going to look at Archie Manning? I guarantee you ABC's camera is going to pan over to Manning and show him. So
they'll be showing him before the game.
So someone is.
Texas hires OU people. Oklahoma does not hire Texas people. Bevo's bodyguard has a quarterback contract. Okay, here we go. I mean, Texas hasn't played against a defense as good as ours. Personally, I don't think it matters who throws the rock for the Shorthorns. OU wins.
It matters. I think yours has been experienced in this game. I mean,
you ready for this take? You ready for it?
You think Archie gives him a better chance?
I think if as an OU fan, I think OU has a better chance to win if Quinn plays.
I agree with you, Jay.
And here's the reason why. Quinn Ewers. How many times did they sack Quinn Ewers last year, Jeremy? Do you remember? I know.
7?
5. They sacked him 5 times. Arch Manning can move. He can move. He's mobile. He can run. Quinn can't.
This is something that really you need to talk about. Because I do think Casey Thompson playing in this game, His dad played in this game, guys. You got listen to this. You got 2 quarterbacks on OU whose dads played at OU in this game. Charles Thompson.
That's right. Sooner Freak says he 100% disagree. I think he thinks Quinn is the better quarterback. I think Quinn is a better all-around quarterback right now, but Arch would worry me more in this game.
Because of his legs.
Because of his legs right now. I mean, neither of them. I mean, I'm just saying. I think OU's defense is going to play good. I'm just saying.
Man.
Arch hangs onto the ball. Now, I will say that Quinn does get it out very quickly. He does. That's a true point, Bobby.
Yep. Casey played in this game and just about beat OU. Played really well that game.
Did. Probably should have beat OU that year. And same issue as Hawkins' first Red River rivalry, or Red River Showdown, or Red River Shootout, whatever you want to call it.
Man, Nick Benito was good. Perrion Winfrey was good.
Man, they let that year kind of go to pot. They had too much talent on that team, dude.
Too much talent that year.
Big time.
Hook'em Horns making excuses saying the line.
Hey, here's the deal. You got all these seniors that came back for Oklahoma. Guys like Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman. If they lose this game on Saturday, they leave as a Sooner 2-2 versus Texas. If they win, they leave 3-1. It's a big deal. 2-2 and 3-1. It's a big deal. They want to go out on top.
Yes.
Hey, real quick. Ewers is not a decent runner. He might be he can move around in the pocket. He's not a runner at all.
He's a scrambler. He can scramble a little bit.
He can move around the pocket. I don't consider him a runner.
Plays. He can extend plays. Sheree said Sarkisian announced. Yeah, he said he should be good to go. Fanstop says, I think BV would give Manning so many different. And I think BV and Allie are going to give Ewers so many different. And you're right. Ewers is more experienced.
Hey, let me ask you this. Could this happen? I mean, this is Maniac Monday. Maniac Monday here.
Maniac Monday.
You ready for this? Ewers hasn't played in a few weeks. Arch has looked pretty decent. What's the chances of Arch starting? Maybe they're throwing a smoke screen out there.
I thought about that, Jay, but I don't think they're going to do that unless he's not healthy. The only way.
Let me bring it up. A few days ago, it was Sark as the guy starting. Today, it was, if we played today, I would probably go Sark.
He was a little hesitant. I thought he was a little hesitant.
He backed off a little bit, didn't he?
Yes.
Maybe I'm reading into it wrong, but I felt like on Friday or Thursday of last week, he said, or Saturday, he said he'll be back. And then today he said, if it was today, he'd be back. Almost leaving it open to say, he had a setback later in the week.
Yeah, Jay, no one knows.
I'm not here to start rumors. I'm just asking a question.
Hey, everyone hates injury talk. I hate injury talk. Sark hates injury talk. We know BV hates injury talk. Just everyone hates injury talk. Maybe tomorrow, though, we know a little more. Here's what I know. Tomorrow's Tuesday, another day closer to Saturday. I know that all you guys that are in this chat right now will be hopping on tomorrow as well, because you just can't get enough of the mind games and the banter back and forth. Deion Burks is
we'll see
the same. We'll see. That's what we're gonna get. We'll see.
That's what we've heard.
And we'll hit this tomorrow night, Jay. Key players for Saturday, player impact for the W, but we'll get that tomorrow night. Please check out the Fanstop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE, 10% off your first 3 months. Unbelievable apparel. Unbelievable different things you can shop for. They also have the upside-down Longhorn hat. It's always a good time to order that. Thefanstop.com. Thanks to everyone who's been on here tonight. I am just so glad Maniac Monday's over. And let's get ready for a terrific Tuesday. Maybe Jay will create another word for us tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.